Okay, good morning, everybody. So I'm kind of trudging blindly forward here with the 2D engine, but excitedly so. So we're going to show you what we did this morning. And I know it's early in the morning, but I've already done this. What I did was in the shader, of course, I added two more layout locations, the color, which is a vector 3, and the float, or the size, which is a float. And I changed the position to be just a vector 2. I don't know if I showed you that in the last video. So anyways. Okay, so then GL point size is equal to A size, and then our color is equal to A color, which I'll get sent in. And then the GL position is equal to just the XY. This is always 0 and then 1. Okay, so then in our color goes in, frag color, vector 4 our color, and 1. Okay, so that's the three that's the three color floats and then the one float. Okay. I did change it to version 4.5.0 and down here 4 and 5. Okay, major version. So we're working with OpenGL 4.5. Didn't change anything there. This I did change because each vertex has now 6 floats. So I just upped it to 300 per list here. So our points, I just added the 3 random color floats and then the random size float, which is cool. Okay, the points are the only one that use size right now, so that's the way that rolls. Then I of course changed the offset to I times 6 instead of I times 2 in the last one. In fact, I think you can see it in here if you look in here. Yeah, see, this is what it was before, so it was just I times 2, and now it's I times 6. Okay, and then of course here we create 2 points with each iteration through the loop, so it's I times 12. And then we of course have the same random color, random size, blah blah blah, same all the way through, blah blah blah. Everything was the same until I got to the triangle fan, and then adding the beginning offset right here, because the first 6 vertices are right there, and then each time through the loop is 30 more vertices, so we're going up 36, 66, 96, and then we're good. I did have to change these right here. Okay, so now your stride is going to be 6 times size of float, right? Because 1, 3, and 2 is 6. And then here, your offset for the beginning is 2. And then here, your offset for the beginning is 3 plus 2, which is 5. Okay. And then we enabled the point size. And then we go ahead and do the draw. We'll compile, run it, and it works. It didn't work the first few times. This took me about a half an hour, so had to get everything just right. Had to get the porridge Goldilocks egg going there. So anyways, we have the points up here. We have all the same vertices information going through here, and we're excited. So now what we're going to do in the next video, I will show you. Excuse me. So this our list is going to be our main vertices master list that we copy from different classes. Like right now, as we have it, we would make a class for these 20 points. And the class would contain the vertices, create the vertices initialization procedure. So I don't actually have to have vertices information there. But what we're going to do, like, it would be basically what we're doing here, where we're populating the master list with information, except for we need to keep track of, like, let's say we're going to do 3 different sets of these 20 points, right? So we're going to need 3 initializations just like this that reference our list. Okay, so the only way, so what it does right now in our list is per point it writes 6 floats. So that's 120 floats that this actually does. This whole initialization for the points. That's 20 points. So the first time we do it, it's fine because the offset into the master list is 0. So the second time we do our 20 points, okay, so the second class, we would have to query the master class in the initialization for an offset. Where am I going to start? Where do I put these vertices? So we have to also change this, which reminds me we need to save this while it works. We're going to save it. We're going to go 2D engine 5. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so I save that. That's great. Anyways, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to do this right now after I make a smoothie, and then we are going to hit this class thing pretty heavily. And I might record while I'm doing it, but probably not, because as I'm doing it, I'm crazy. So, but basically the master list is going to be a class, and we're going to, in order to write to this rlist0, we would need the beginning offset of where the initialization starts, and then we'll know. And then we can run our initialization procedure, and then we would update the master class, the rlist class. We would update with how many vertices we've written. So you would take the previous offset and add how many vertices times the floats per vertex, and then that would update your class so that the next class that came along could just get that new offset and then do the initialization procedure and then get the final offset and update the class and move on. And then of course we'll have to put in some checking so that you can't just instantiate a class into, like let's say you want to do see, we have 300 vertices for the points for the rlist0. Okay, so if you that would be 300 divided by 6, so 50, right? So if we go to do our 50th point, that's fine, but 51, we're going to have an issue. So at that point we'd have to do some error checking. So I'm not that good with error checking. I have to figure it out, because this is going to be something that I'd want to use for production. Alright, thanks again for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned.